Okay, this is what you should have gotten on example 5. The starting number of frogs was 100. Your rate was 22%, which is a decimal is 0.22. It said they were increasing, so you should have plus right here, 1 plus 0.22. So your growth factor is 1.22. So your exponential function is y equals 100, your initial, times the growth factor, 1.22, to the time, which in this case is years. So to find out how many frogs there are in 6 years, you replace t with 6. Put this into your calculator. You get a decimal, which doesn't make sense for number of frogs. So your number of frogs would be somewhere between 329 and 330, either 329 or 330 frogs, one or the other. So let's look at example 6 together. It says you have inherited land that was purchased for $30,000. That's your initial, that's your A. 30,000 is what we're starting with in 1960. The value of the land increased by, so that means my growth factor is going to be 1 plus something, by approximately 5%. So my growth rate is 5%, but as a decimal, when you move that 2 places to the left, that's 0.05. So that's what I add here. So that gives me a growth factor of 1.05. We want to know the approximate value of the land in 2011. So that would be 51 years. If you do 2011 minus 1960, you'll see that that's 51 years that we're talking about there. So we're ready to write our equation. So we have y equals A, which is 30,000. Whoops. Times our b, which is our growth factor of 1.05, to the time value, which in our case is 51 years. So we want to put that exponent as 51. So we're going to put that into our calculator, 30,000, make sure you have all your zeros, times 1.05 raised to the 51 power. And so this is a money amount. So again, we would go 2 decimal places. Next to the 9 is a 3, so we want to keep that a 9. So that's 36,100 and, I'm sorry, not 36. We got more than that, huh? $361,223.09. I put my comma in the wrong place there. So starting from the right, 1, 2, 3, comma goes between the 1 and the 2. So it would be worth $361,223.09 after 51 years. Let's look at one more example together. It says an adult takes 400 milligrams of ibuprofen. So that's what we're starting with. That's our starting. That's our A value. Each hour, the amount of ibuprofen in the person's system decreases by about 29%. So a couple of things there. It's decreasing, so we know our growth factor is going to be 1 minus a number here. The rate is 29%, which as a decimal, when we move it 2 places to the left, is 0.29. So that's what we're subtracting from the 1. So our growth factor is 0.71. So we can write our equation, y equals A times B, which is my growth factor, 0.71, to the time value, which in this case is hours. So we're going to replace the time with 6. And that's what we would put in our calculator. 400 times 0.71 raised to the 6th power. I know there's some glare on my calculator there, so that would be 51 milligrams, about 51.24, so about 51 milligrams is what's left in the body. Alright, so you need to work on your homework at this point. See you tomorrow.